Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. This is We Grow Wednesday, that little hump of the week to get you through that midway point while we learn a little bit about what's going on in our world of agriculture, food, health, wellness, the things that really matter. Everything else comes after all that, everything. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to get this intro playing here for about three and a half. No, this one is 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So we're going to play that intro. We're going to get some notifications out there. If you could help me out with that, hit the like button, share it out with some friends. If you're watching this, you might be catching this on the replay. If you do, let us know what you think and leave a comment below. We'll get back to you. Let's go. Let's grow, everybody. We'll be right back in 420.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell, he's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon, the indoor farmer, invites you to grow not just plants, but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in, grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon, the indoor farmer, has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell, he's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs and yes, the wear and tear.
When you
And I forgot to unmute. Okay, what's up, everybody? Hello, hello. Welcome in. It is Wednesday. Like I said earlier in the little soft intro, it's August 20th, 2025. And I am your host for We Grow Wednesday. Waylon, the indoor farmer. Hello. Nice to meet you. Some call it Waylon Wednesday. You know, hey, they tell me it's a good alternative to Hump Day. I don't know. You tell me. Hey, John, what's up? Leslie, hello, hello. Who's this? Who's this? Frog Hopper in the house. Everybody, if you could hit that like button, share it out if you want to get in on the door prize. I don't think we're going to do a door prize unless we get, quite a few people in here. We're going to try to push that off till later. But you do get a chance to win a game night ticket from the audience, unless you're a subscriber, which then it becomes an indoor farmer coupon. So think about that and consider subscribing over at theindoorfarmer.locals.com. All right, so today on Wednesday, I like to take some time to look at what's going on in the world with, a few different websites where we look up stories about what's going on with our food, our agriculture, our health, wellness, all these things, and they're all important to every person. So I feel like there should be more shows like this. There are some good websites to look at, so we pull those up. And of course, anybody that has a story, let us know if you heard something crazy going on. We can look it up and we can check it out. Good morning, Diane. Come on in, guys. Make sure you head over to Rumble. Definitely preferred platform. Facebook has had some pretty big problems lately, so I would rather you be over on Rumble. Let me see if I can pull up a banner to do that. Let's see. How about that? Okay, so we have our co-host Sprout with us, finally settling down for a nice little nap, it looks like. And we're going to pull it up here, pull up our first, here, we'll start with the wheel. How about that? And some tunes. Let's do that as well. Okay, so like this. And we've got our door prize wheel yesterday. It was pretty sad. I think we're going to try and have a minimum. I want to have at least a minimum of 10 people on the door prize. Would be great. I hate to dwell on how many people are here, because you know what? The few people that are here are people who, are really behind my mission and my goals. So I want to reward you guys. But I think there should be a bare minimum. I feel like a 10 person minimum kind of makes sense. So if you could help me out, hit that like button, share it out with some friends. Okay, so this will be the door prize for later, or actually the number wheel per se. Let's go here. We'll just set it up now to kind of tantalize the taste buds before we get into our first story. Number 2 and number 8 are excluded already. Let's see. I think there were 14 at least to start with. Let's head over to locals, check it to be sure. Yeah, so everybody's having a good week so far. It's been productive here. My son back in school today. I think he's excited. See how his day goes later on. Ronald Blackwell. Did we give you a number already, Ronald? Or was that before? You just won the door prize, I think, recently, didn't you? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can tag all the usual locals members if you would. That would be the simplest tags to make for sure. All right, Ronald looks like he gets number 15. Oh, I don't mean to do that. Oh, speaking of my hashtag though, guys, hashtag WTIF on Facebook. And it's on a lot of sites, of course, but they keep track of how many times it's been used, which I thought was kind of cool today. I looked at it, and my hashtag has been used 8.4 million times on Facebook. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Probably not the most used hashtag, obviously, but I thought it was pretty cool. Hey, give myself a little pat on the old back for that, I guess. It was just me nonstop making posts. Hashtag WTF like a billion times. No, it wasn't. I do use it a lot myself, so probably a lot of it was me. Alright, let's get into our first story. So I saw some interesting stories over here on foodandwine.com. This one here, kind of, lighter story, but also kind of important because this is a way to preserve food, right? 10 essential rules for pickles that stay crisp and won't make you sick. Okay. Pickling and preserving is the... I want to go anywhere. Okay, here we go. I thought it was cool. So let me see in the comments, has anybody out there done any pickling or preserving? Cereal makes you poop, John? Okay, you mean like what kind of cereal? All cereal? So does that mean like any wheat products or corn products? I'm not sure. Let's elaborate on John's poop schedule. John, can you tell us more? Okay, while I read here, we'll wait for John's response. Pickles are a wonderful way to preserve summer's bounty and level up everything from tacos to sandwiches with tangy, zesty crunch. In contrast to quick pickles and fermented pickles, canned pickles can have the advantage of being shelf stable, which allows you to enjoy the season's harvest months down the line. Okay, so canned pickles. Interesting. Canning is an expression of time and place that you can open the experience later. Wow, says Julie Skinner, PhD, founder of the Culinary Curiosity School. The food writer whose work includes Our Fermented Lives and the forthcoming The Essential Preserving Handbook. Preserving Handbook. That sounds like an essential book to have about preserving handbooks. The pickles I can today remind me of my garden's summer okra months later when I have them in the winter. Canning pickles isn't difficult, but it requires preparation and understanding of the why to achieve safe, optimal results. To help you approach home preservation with confidence, we ask an all-star roster of food preservation experts to weigh in on the essential rules of canning pickles. Just pickles. Here's what they say. Alright, okay. Distinguishing between canning methods. Okay. The canning method you choose should align with the food's acidity. Okay. Makes sense. It says Steve McCaw, chef at Cured in San Antonio and author of Cured Cooking with Ferments, Pickles, Preserves, and More. Preserves. Sounds like hors d'oeuvres, but it's different. For higher acid foods like pickles, the preferred approach is hot water bath canning. Hot water bath canning. Is that like when you're, purging butane from dabs? Okay. Also known as boiling water bath canning. This method, as its name implies, uses hot water to create airtight seals in jars, thereby preserving or preventing the growth of harmful bacteria for low-acid foods. Pressure canning is generally recommended for food safety, which requires a specialized piece of equipment. A pressure canner. Pressure canners. Pressure cookers. They can be weaponized. We remember that. Good news, as long as you follow tested recipes accurately, pickles do not need to be pressure canned because they obtain enough acid. The bacterium that causes botulism. Oh, I've never seen that. Botulism, I see. Cannot produce its dangerous toxin in acidic environments. With a pH below 4.6, says April McGregor. Oh, pretty baby, it's okay. Chef and fermenter at the People's Kitchen, Philadelphia, who writes a newsletter called Preserving the South. This means that most fruits, pickles, and most tomatoes are safe to can in a boiling water bath. Okay, most fruits, pickles, and most tomatoes. Most tomatoes? That leads me to think there are some tomatoes that you don't want to use this method with. That's interesting. Choose the right kinds of cucumbers. Okay. Selecting the freshest, crispest, cutest you can find, as well as the right variety, is crucial for canning success, according to experts. If you're going to pickle cucumbers, you need to choose pickling varieties that are impeccably fresh and firm, McGregor points out. No oversized, yellowed, or old cucumbers, please. Oversized and yellowed. I've seen those. I've seen sort of yellowed cucumbers. So they wouldn't pick those, I see. Pickling cukes are not waxed. Well, they shouldn't be waxed anyway, honestly. I don't know. I don't know about the wax. Maybe the wax isn't the worst sort of preservation method, I guess. Obviously, preservatives and chemicals. But there is a wax, like on your apples and stuff, and then you kind of want to rinse those off. But I guess you can eat it anyway, but I don't know how good that is for us, eating that wax all the time. It's lots of work, the canning and pickling. Said I've made dill pickles and bread and butter pickles. Okay, Diane. Those are so different. What about sweet pickles? Is it just sugar? Just sugar and Betco, what's up, man? Like, you can all the time. Okay, have you canned pickles yet? Because I've never heard of pickles being canned. Hey, Kelly, you're back, John. Okay, John, did you elaborate on the poop problem? Oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. Oh, okay. You ate too much cereal? Is that what happened? Soak them cucumbers in cold ice water. Okay. Bread and butter pickles used to be your favorite. I see. You're making jams and preserves too, Froghopper? Wow. You got 3 digital canners. A digital canner, so it pulls the air out and kind of like, does it all digitally. Used to have a pickle farm and cannery here in my hometown, all at the farm. You did, or they just were? It was at your hometown. Interesting. Okay, which slows down pathogens and natural decay, like slicers found in the supermarket. Ooh. Adds Christina Ward, author of Preservation and certified master food preserver for Southeast Wisconsin. If you're making let's scroll up a little bit. If you're making a big batch, and you should, talk to your favorite farmer at the local market and order cukes in advance. Remember to cut off the blossom end of cucumbers, which has enzymes that contribute to softening. Okay. Even if you pick the best cucumbers, however, canned pickles won't have quite the same crunch as their refrigerated counterparts. If your goal is to have a Clausen type pickle. If the Clausen type is like the nice crunchy type, I don't know. Then you're making refrigerator pickles. If your goal is to have Clausen type, okay, those are refrigerator pickles, I see. Notes Ward. All hot water bath processing results in pickles that are softer than fridge pickles. So the hot water bath pickles are going to be softer, I guess. Is that what it's saying? New to canning pickles, consider starting with carrots, which McGregor recommended for their ability to maintain their texture better than comparatively fragile cucumbers. Skinner also discourages canning delicate produce. Canning delicate produce. Think thinly sliced zucchini or tender berries, which can easily turn a mush in the process. Use proper sanitized canning jars. Okay, that seems to go without saying. The right equipment is... Oh. The right equipment... Where was I? It's just as important as what you put inside the vessel. Brands like Ball and Kerr make reliable canning jars with 2-part metal lids. Okay. Oh, not at your house, I see. Ronald, what's up, my guy? I gave you a number today, number 15. Just happen to remember that. Let's see. What was I? With 2-part metal lids. Okay, that's right. It says McHugh with who advises inspecting jars and lids for cracks, chips, or bends before you begin. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Refrain from recycling old peanut butter and spaghetti sauce jars, which Ward says are prone to breaking or exploding when processed. So you want to use that good canning lid. I got it. Makes sense. Good jars. Jars should also be thoroughly sanitized before use. Immediately prior to filling, wash your jars in hot, soapy water, then rinse in hot water and set on a rack until use. Why soapy water? I mean, couldn't you use like vinegar? Can you like wash them off in vinegar? All right, I'm gonna step up on my my foot pressure point plate thingy for a little while. It pokes my feet so good. It's such a weird feeling. Can't stay on it forever, but it's interesting. Anyway, so that makes sense about the jars, but the soapy water kind of bothers me. And what about the water? Should you use tap water that's got chlorine and other things in it? I mean, that's just going to wash it, I guess, and rinse it out. But things like that kind of run across my mind now. Something like this. I use toothpaste now that's fluoride free, but I'm still rinsing my toothbrush in the sink and rinsing my mouth out with the sink water that has fluoride in it. So I'm like, I don't know, what am I doing there? So it's kind of the same with washing things. We're using soap that is chemicals and stuff like that, and then I've been going to more vinegar. I've been using more vinegar for different things as much as I can. I can't necessarily wash my dishes in vinegar, but I don't know. I guess it's a different. If you're using hot water, it might be a different story as well. Put them in the dishwater or dishwasher and run a full cycle and leave them in the dishwasher until needed. About sterilizing your jars, according to Skinner, pickles that will be processed for less than 10 minutes require jars to be sterilized, while those processed for longer than this time frame do not. What is so pickles that will be processed for less than 10 minutes? What does that mean? Like they're not. It takes more than 10 minutes to make them pickles. That's kind of confused by this. What do they mean by processed? Putting them into the jar? It should take less than 10 minutes to put them in the jar. I don't quite understand. Interesting. What do you guys think? I mean, a few of you said in the comments that you have done canning and pickling. What does it mean by processed or process time? So longer processing time does not require sterilization for some reason. I don't know. What does sent mean? Send DM last night. You sent me a DM? I didn't see it, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a long one, brother. I don't know if I'm gonna see. Oh wow, okay. Oh yeah, I'm not too worried about that at all, brother. Yeah, bro, that's not a problem at all. I'm not even worried about that. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Hey, if you guys would, Alexandria, you'd like to try and pickle something out. This is a good. You might want to watch. A few minutes ago, we read quite a bit of this article, but there's some good tips and tricks on how to have a safe canning experience. When you use the right kinds of jars, you don't want to just save jars. I save jars from like food from the store, and then I end up with a jar, and I'll save it. But that's not the kind of jar that you want to use for canning or pickling. You want to use the double metal lid, the two-piece metal lid. Let's see. Don't wing it, it says. The biggest mistake I see is when folks listen to unsafe canning advice. People who think canning best practices are optional. They aren't, says Skinner, who recommends consulting reputable resources like the National Center for Home Food Preservation or books by industry experts to put together a helpful guide. Okay, here's a helpful guide on this topic as well. Following tested recipes, especially when you're new to canning and unfamiliar with how to make your own recipes safely, and the only way to go. Makes sense. I don't think about recipes, but it is like you put different things in there. You might throw some onions in your mix or whatever. I mean, there's just different recipes which I don't, as a non-canner, you don't think about unless you start to get into it. This means adhering to given ratios instead of tweaking measurements as you might do when cooking or baking. Okay. People often want to reduce the vinegar to make their pickles less acidic, or maybe they want to add extra garlic or onion in their recipe, says McGregor. These things can raise the pH of the final product, and if in the raised above 4.6, your pickles is no longer safe for water bath canning. Use the right vinegar. If your vinegar doesn't have enough acid in it, that makes the overall product less acidic, which can increase the risk of botulism growth, warned Skinner. Only use vinegar that says it's 5% acid. While I make and love homemade vinegars, I don't use them for canning for this reason. As long as the label indicates 5% acidity, there's room to use different types of vinegars based on the desired flavor profile. Skinner is partial to white distilled apple cider vinegar and white and red wine vinegar. Find your canned pickles overly puckery. Oh, overly puckery. You can always reduce the acidity once you open it. Store in the refrigerator, and store it in the refrigerator. I see. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Suggests McGregor. I actually do this with store-bought pickles that I find too acidic. Pour out a little of the vinegar, brine, and replace it with water and a pinch of salt. And store the jar in the refrigerator. Okay, that makes sense for all of you that are worried about the acidity levels and you think you can mess with the science in the canning process. This sounds like a good alternative. And then the right salt. Okay, for prime pickles, the salt you reach for matters. Use canning salt or 100% pure salt. It's the additives like anti-caking agents and iodine that will puck up your pickles. Puck up your pickles. I guess fuck up your pickles. Says Ward. Anti-caking agents are used in table salt. Yeah. I try not to use table salt anymore. Result in a cloudy, pickling solution that can darken the cukes to an unappetizing color. Speaking of an unappetizing color, have anyone seen pickles served at restaurants that were like in Kool-Aid or whatever? forget where that was, where they have like red pickles and different colored pickles because they soak them in like a Kool-Aid or something like that. Pickling watermelon rinds. Oh, that sounds good. Use pure grain alcohol for pickling with an after kick. Ooh. There's a package of pickling spices to buy to add to the pickles or for canning, and then for dill pickles. Okay. Yeah, so you can just buy a pre-made thing. Okay, makes sense. It was Grill 'em All. Yeah, I had the red pickles. Yeah, Grill 'em All. Shouts out to Grill 'em All. Yeah, they weren't bad, but definitely was weird for me. I don't think it's a thing I like. I didn't dislike them necessarily. It just wasn't my kind of thing. Where am I at here? Sushi. Okay. Unpleasant color. In addition, the iodine gives the solution in pickles an off taste and is often described as metallic, according to Ward. If you're considering a swap, subbing in additive-free kosher salt or sea salt for pickling salt, for example, keep in mind that the size of granules varied across salts. Size of granules, yes. I am using gray salt now, Celtic salt, and it's like very big salt. I kind of I try to grind it a little bit in my fingers as I place it. Due to the different grain sizes of the salts, they may measure differently and affect the taste of the recipe. Explained from Gregor. Pickling salt is very fine grained, whereas some kosher salts are coarse and can measure spoon for spoon. Less salty because of that. Interesting. Always measure salt by weight to maintain accuracy and consistency. Yeah, use weight instead of volume. That makes a lot of sense because the bigger grains are gonna have a lot more air space in between them. I guess if that makes sense. Leave head space, but not too much. Once your brine is prepped and your jars are sanitized, it's time to fill the vessels, but neither too much nor too little. It's important to leave headspace, empty space between the ingredients in the jar and the rim. They account for expansion from the heat during canning, says Skinner, who advises following the measurements provided in your recipe. Okay, these kind of look good. These look really good. Got ice cubes in there. If overpacked, the material will overtop the jar during processing and won't seal. Okay, so processing, it would be like where you're doing the water bath, the hot water bath. Okay. If underpacked, the physics of the hot water bath process won't work. Ward points out that negative space between the stuff in the jar and the lid is very necessary to ensure all oxygenated air is pushed out and the slight delta is pressure results in a sealed jar. Okay. Very specific way to do it. Take it easy on the seasoning. Before you go overboard on the spices, remember that the flavors will concentrate the longer the pickles sit. With canned... Okay, so I don't want to use too much cumin. Taco pickles. Taco pickles! Yes! Cumin in my pickles. I'm doing it. This isn't a bad thing, but I've definitely made jars of pickles that unintentionally burned my face off because I was too footloose with the crushed red pepper. Oh, footloose. Footloose. Oh. Thanks, Froghopper. If anybody else out there could tag a few people, Ted, I see you popping in and out. I don't see that you haven't said anything, but if you could stop and say hi, man, tag a few friends. Get some people in here. This is important stuff. This isn't just your average hangout smoke sesh, which a lot of my friends online do, and I do myself. But I usually do that over at locals. So cheers to local. Anyway, so if you put extra mustard seed, dill, flour, garlic, cloves, or hot peppers into the jar with your cucumbers, pickles will continue to absorb those flavors, Ward adds. If you want to make hot pickles, know that the last jar you eat will be hotter than the first jar you eat. Give the rim a good wipe. Hey, listen, we could all use this advice. You know what I mean? Give your rim a good wipe, at least once a day. Just saying. Let's see what they say about it. Before you fasten the lids, don't forget to wipe them, as stray spices, herbs, and even salt granules can get in the way of the proper sealing. Okay. Hey, Ted. Proper sealing jar is failing to wipe the rim, says Ward. A damp cloth or paper towel rubbed along the top edge of the jar where the rubber meets the glass to remove any materials is critical because the material prevents sealing. I'll tell you guys what, if we can get 20 people in here, I'll do a dab during the show. I'll do my local sesh afterwards. Experts warn that processing for longer than instructed, even by a few minutes, can diminish the crunch factor of your pickles. Okay, we do not want to diminish our crunch factor. To ensure a good texture, process your jars for the amount of time recommended in the recipe. If it says 12 minutes, do 12 minutes, advises Skinner. The longer you heat your jar, the more you cook the soften the ingredients inside. Or if you did it right, you'll know your canning worked when the dimple of the center, or in the center of the lid, is depressed. Okay, this means the jar has been vacuum sealed, explains McHugh. So that means it's like pulled all the air out of the jar. You may hear a popping noise when this happens as the jar cools. If the can press, or if you can press the dimple down, your jar has not been sealed properly. That makes sense. The dimple, I'm guessing, is the middle piece of the lid. I haven't tried this physically, so maybe it's something else. Okay, that was it for that article. That was a good article. Actually learned a lot. I do want to preserve things and can things. There's a nice picture of the pickles that they have canned here. Make sure you clean your rim, Diane, right? See, Diane, not everyone gets my humor, but the few people that do, they really like it. Can't tell I'm joking sometimes, but I am. Just default in that realm. Anyway, maybe that's why there's only 7 people here. It's because I'm joking too often. Okay, I'm kidding. So let's move on to. Oh yeah, there was one other story that I thought was interesting here. How to make money as a restaurant influencer. How line cooks become social media's most underrated influencers and why they're cashing in. Why they're or not how? Okay. Line cook on your meals, celeb on your reels. Okay. This is from Ivy Knight on foodandwine.com. Maybe we'll just read the synapse, I guess. We took a little while in that first story. We'll just read that here. We'll start with the first paragraph. Social media is flooded with food content. Mukbangers. I am not a mukbang fan. Trad wives. I don't remember that whole like thing. What does trad mean? Somebody give me a clue. Home cooks. I remember the name. I just don't ever know what it was. Home cooks. Let's see. Restaurant reviewers, celebrity chefs, and endless recipe reels. But there's one corner that's still wide open. Real working cooks. If you're on the line, Building a career in the heat of actual restaurant kitchens, this might be your moment. Forget polished painting and studio lighting. There's a growing appetite for raw, behind the pass content that shows that what restaurant life really looks like. Sure, does it show the glamour, or is it showing these like some of the nasty restaurants in the back? You don't want to look back there. Oh. Hey Kim. Oh man, got a little itch back here. Gotta have the back scratcher handy. You know what I mean? Come on in, Kim. Hit that like button and share it out to some friends. Let's go. When I started a meme about restaurant life, I was looking for an escape from reality. I was leading a Me Too investigation for the Globe and Mail. I was leading a Me Too investigation. Oh man. And I desperately needed to find a way to process my rage and disappointment with the restaurant industry. Interesting. While still sharing my love for it. From the dichotomy came, I think we're just going to read the key points on this one. There's a growing demand for raw, unpolished content from real working restaurant staff. Is there? I don't know if I've seen any. Successful creators often use social media as a stepping stone toward larger goals, for sure. YouTube remains the most lucrative platform for monetization. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that one. Rumble's where it's at. You see that runner down there? Come on over to Rumble if you want to get in on the door prize. All 2 people on the Facebook. What is going on? I might just sit here and tag people all day while I'm chatting. See what happens. The algorithm is just jacked. Building community is key to sustaining long-term creator success. Dissatisfying income streams from brand deals to blog increases earning potentials. Okay, and that makes sense. Basically, like a lot of other influencers, but you can use your the content right there at your job, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see who can I tag in here right now. No one that I know of. Well, I tagged a bunch of people already, so let's do that. Anyway, I've got things to learn. Let's go. So I don't think we need to read any more of that story, but it is kind of interesting how. So this is an example of the chef who's making the food getting a nice shot while he's making the food, and so it doesn't even have to be his food. He doesn't have to go pay for it somewhere. That makes a lot of sense. You're working while it's happening. Makes sense. Hey Rose, head over to Rumble if you have Rumble. Froghopper, Rose, Kim, anyone that's got Rumble, head over to Rumble. Let's get Rumble going. Okay. The next story was, the Ag Census says the 95% of our farms are family operated, and I don't know. I wonder how they're measuring this. Like, they're not saying 95% of acreage that's farmed in America. They're saying 95% of farms in general. So there's a lot of small family farms out there. Family farms comprise 95% of all U.S. farms, according to the 2022 Census of Agriculture Farms, Farm Technology Report released August 19th by USDA's National Agriculture Statistics Service, NASS. NASS. Oh, look at that NASS. Such a big. Okay. The farm typology report primarily focuses on the family farm, defined as any farm where the majority of the business is owned by the producer and individuals related to the producer. Individuals related to the producer. Oh, I see. The report classifies all farms into unique categories based on two criteria: who owns and operates, who owns the operation, and gross cash farm income. GCFI. Classifying America's 1.9 million farms to better reflect their variety and critical to evaluating, and reporting to or on U.S. agriculture, said NASS Administrator Joseph Parsons. Typology allows us to more meaningfully explore the demographics of who is farming and ranching today, as well as their impact on the economy and communities around the country. I guess that information could help in some way. I feel like it's a little bit over data mining. Data shows that small family farms, those farms with GCFI or less than 350,000 per year, account for 85% of all U.S. farms. So farms that make less than $350 or $350,000 per year, 39% of total land in farms, and 14% of the value of all agriculture products sold. 14%. 95% of the farms make only 14% of the value. Listen to that. Large-scale family farms, GCFI of 1 million or more, make up less than 4% of all U.S. farms, but produce 51% of the value of all agriculture products. Oh, I see. Okay, so let me back up. The 14% of value is only the amount of farms. I guess 85% of U.S. farms make up 14% of its value, and then the other 10% that are still family farms that are over 1 million GCFI make up 41% of the value. Wow. James, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you tagging, man. Appreciate everybody who tags, shares, send it out in the DMs, whatever you can that's safe for you. It's not like this show is a specifically cannabis show, so anybody can share this in any state. No one has to be too worried about it. I may do a dab once in the show. I don't feel like that's gonna hurt you in your algorithm. Let's see. Data also shows the number of family farms decreased by 8%, almost 159,000 farms since 2017. Mid-sized, large, and very large farms experienced increases of 2%, 40%, and 65% respectively, with I guess mid-sized, large, and very large. Okay. The number of small family farms fell 10%, low sales, and 7% moderate sales, respectively. Number of small family farms fell. In Illinois, the number of farms decreased from 72,651 in 2017 to 71,123 in 2022. The average size of a farm in Illinois slipped by 2 acres during that period to 370 acres. 370 acres is the average farm size. Wow. I only need about 40 acres, maybe like 100 acres if I'm really like going all out, like wanting to do a bunch of other fun stuff on the property, because as you know, I'll be indoors. Although I do want an outdoor garden, I do want some things growing outside. I don't know if that will be commercial outside or just, for abundance, give away to friends, whatever. I have plans, I have ideas, but I have to make sure that it stays on the up and up when it gets to that point. Like I'm thinking about maybe like a pay what you can farmers market, where I'm really trying to give it away, but you still have to. There's rules on giving food away like that to public. Okay, so that was the last one, or that was the end of that story. Hey Rose, thank you for popping over on Rumble. See, a few people is all it takes for Rumble to perk up. Back in the day, we grew our own dill for pickling. We used a 50 model farm Farmall tractor for 20 acres. 7 families work the garden, mostly grandfather and us 20 grandkids. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why people used to have kids. I saw it recently. Somebody brought it up. I think I was watching Timcast IRL. And it makes sense. Like, people went from needing to have kids to now possibly wanting to have kids. And so that dynamic shift alone is enough for our population to, or at least our birth rate to go down. And eventually you have families that need kids again, kind of like we did, on the not just out on the prairie, but even people in cities at that time felt that sort of need because of like passing generational wealth down or whatever it is, stuff that they've kind of almost eliminated nowadays. Anyway, that's a side topic, but let's just see if there was anything else from farmweeknow.com. EPA eases DEF guidelines. New rules protecting farmers and truckers from speed and power losses caused by DEF systems. Okay. Nothing we need to necessarily read, but trio of Illinois FFA members chosen as national finalists. All 3 from Illinois, huh? Very cool. Future farmers of America right there. Youth and Ag. I don't think we need to read it, but very cool. Field Day highlights decades of conservation. Okay. New UVI extension lead names. Fall weather outlook. Messy September, perfect October. Messy September, perfect October, they're saying. Well, we'll see. That's their outlook. They're far enough away they can be wrong, I guess. These are the crop watchers. Crop dusters. Oh, I'm kidding. Crop watchers watching our crops for us. Here, more news. Illinois beekeepers battle losses cost to keep hives buzzing. Yeah. We've had our friend Luke from Riverview Road Apiary on the show a few times, and recently he told us that bees are, I want to say they've seen a 60% reduction in their population this year. Something enormous like that, astronomical, drop in population of bees, and from a few different things. There's a mite. There's a few other things that are killing the bees. Pesticides and all kinds of stuff. And we literally have people who truck bees around the country. They will take hives, they put them on trucks, and they truck them to different fields where a farmer will pay to have bees brought in to pollinate their fields. And if we can't get a handle on that soon, it's going to be a big problem. Hey Margaret, thank you for coming in on the Rumble. Morning James, just harvested a few small potatoes. Nice. Okay Todd, hey, what's up? Yes, if you all could head over to Rumble, that would be the best place for you to hang out. My dad had 11 brothers and sisters. My mom had 6 and 5 miscarriages. See, that can be really like, obviously I'm not a woman, so it's not easy for me to speak on it, but I could just imagine after having a miscarriage, maybe after your first child or even before your first child, I could imagine that being very, very discouraging from trying to do it again, right? So I totally get that, but I have also seen, situations where women have had miscarriages, but then also had successful births. So like afterwards. So I mean, I guess talk to your doctor, but definitely could see that being just demoralizing and just defeating, and being like, oh man, should I even try that again? So yeah, it would be tough. Terrible, because you're losing a child basically, but at the same time it would be tough to like try to do it again. Governor gives boon to trial lawyers, vetoes treasurer backed bill. Doesn't sound very farmy, but it must be a bill on farming. Over 430 laws sent to him by lawmakers this spring. Wow. I mean, like, they're just putting hundreds of laws in the books every year, and that's just like, and that's at every level. Like, there's like no way people can keep up with that stuff. Pritzker signs nuanced deer legislation. Uh-oh. Deer legislation from Pritzker. That doesn't sound good. Perseverance. Sorry. Networking lead WIU student, Western Illinois University student, to national accolades. Perseverance, networking leads. Okay, don't need to read that. Okay, well, we're going to move on. I think we're going to get the number wheel going. If you haven't got a number yet, Kim, I think I saw you post over there. I'm not sure if I gave you one yet already, but oh no, you posted somewhere else. I saw a notification from the locals. I think you do have a number though, don't you, Kim? Yes, number 7. And Ronald, I gave you number 15. Let me refresh one time. Yeah, just 15. You still have one more day to get in on this number post. Wait a minute, James. Didn't we get you in here, James? I think I may have had you as number 15 yesterday, but this is what I'm going to do, James. I'm going to make my own comment here, and I'm going to make you number 16 for today's spin. As you did just sign up on locals, I know you're still trying to navigate it. So, and you're a sponsor, so we're going to put you in here. So James is number 16. That's what we're going to do there. Boom. Okay, so we're going to have 16 people. I do this spin 4 times a week, so if you are somebody who can't watch the show that often, but you want to support and maybe get in on some of the prizes and stuff like that, you can still do so and get in on this post that I make. It's a post, like it's not a video, just a post on locals. You have to be a subscriber, $2 a month or $20 for the whole year, and that gets you in on this wheel. All you have to do is comment and like on the post once a week. Every week. Sunday mornings usually, or Sunday after the game night, I put it up there, and you comment and like on the post one time. You get 4 chances a week. 4 chances a week to win, and you can win a Indoor Farmer coupon. Actually, that's what it is, but the coupon is usable for a lot of things. So yeah. But hey, I meant to pull this out. Have you guys seen these? They're I call them like Chinese stress balls, but I don't really know. I forget. They might have a name for them. But you have these and you're supposed to rotate them in your hand, in the palm of your hand, just the right way. Just the right way. It's kind of soothing. It's supposed to be soothing. You guys ever seen these? I didn't get any notification for locals. I'm not live on locals, James. I'm talking about the post on locals that's pinned, that's going to be there all week. We do have one more spin tomorrow, but I went ahead and put you in on the post. But yeah, here, let me go back to it real quick. So this post here, you'll see it on the timeline. It's pinned in my locals community, and you're going to see that unpinned once the wheel is done on Thursday. Yeah, I do this spin 4 times a week. Thursday night on People in the Boxes will be the last spin. But anybody that wants to sign up can still get in on this even one more time this week. So, oh wow, they gave us a whole bunch of different reads. I want to try one I've never read before. There's a nicotine toothpick. Wow. How about Gundry MD. All right, before we do this spin here, we're going to kind of read this information about Gundry MD. I don't think I've read this one before. Let's check it out. Avoid the 3 fruits ruining your gut and energy. Scan the QR code or check chat to watch Dr. Gundry's viral video now. I don't think I've heard of this. I have to check it out. Don't eat breakfast until you learn about caloric bypass. Your breakfast is setting you up for the entire day to either gain weight or lose it. The term breakfast literally means to break your fast that you started the night before. About 4 hours after you eat dinner, your body switches from the nutrients we get from food to the stored glycogen we have in our bodies. So 4 hours is all it takes. Once glycogen stores are depleted, typically after 8 to 12 hours of fasting, the body shifts to burning fat for energy. Okay, 8 to 12 hours after fasting. Interesting. Fatty acids are released from fat stores where they are converted into ketone bodies. I know about ketones through a process called ketogenesis. Then when you eat breakfast in the morning, the body starts to cycle again. This is where the caloric bypass comes into play. Dr. Gundry, a heart surgeon in California, learned that if you break your nightly fast with something called MCTs, or medium chain triglycerides. Okay, I heard about this recently and I couldn't remember what it was called. Medium chain triglycerides. Yes, you can actually keep burning fat throughout the day and use it for energy. But there are specific types of foods that contain these MCTs. I saw this commercial. Use this breakfast breakthrough. He was able to lose 70 pounds just through diet, and he did this in his 60s. I remember this. Let's see. Scroll down. Scan the QR code or click the link in chat to watch Dr. Gundry's eye-opening presentation. It could change the way you think about fruit forever. Fruit. Must be some MCTs in fruit. I'm glad I picked that one because I've been looking for that term for a while. And MCTs, I guess, help your body to burn fat instead of other calories. Oh, that's all right, James. Try not to eat till 2 or to 3 p.m. Me neither, Kim. But what he's saying is, no matter when you stop the fast, you should start eating the MCTs. I think. And honestly, it's what it sounds like to me is like, regardless of the fast, we should be eating MCTs. I guess. I don't know. I want to look into it though. He or she makes music when they walk. Just say it. Makes music when they walk, then you know why they're smiling. Okay. Oh, the crop dusters. Okay. What's this say? Boot balls. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's what these are called. Yeah. Booting balls. Booting balls. I call them stress balls, but they're fun. I found them. I had these for a long time. I don't know where they were. I found them the other day. I guess the sound doesn't bother Sprout. You know, it's like it's a weird sound. Oh, that woke him up. All right, let's see who wins. Actually, I've been talking for a few minutes. Let me see if anybody jumped in. Nope. All right. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. And thank you for believing in me. Thanks for the two people that were there long enough on Rumble for me to read the ad. Hey, Ted. Ted Hanser says you've been watching the whole time, man, but I haven't seen you say anything yet. Are you actually here, or you see my other comment? James, let me look, man. Let me see. I read a story a couple years back of a family who invested all their money into a hemp crop, and then the whole crop went to mold. They lost everything. So the man of the family lost it and killed his wife, family, and himself. Wow. Yeah, I've heard recently of a couple stories. I think was it Chris Benoit, the wrestler, and people that just like for some reason decide to kill themselves and their entire family. Like that's another level than suicide. Anyway, it's a dark comment, but yeah, bro. Let's see. And my last two reclaim hits. Ah, James, if you were closer, man. If you were closer, we'd have a good old time for sure. Number 5. Number 5. Who was number 5? We're finally getting rain today. Oh wow, we've had so much rain. Still getting rain. We're gonna get more rain. What do we? 5. 5. Trent, all good. Trent, congratulations. All right, so we do want to get the door prize started anyway, but we're going to read a little bit more. We're going to check out marijuanamoment.net. We're going to look at, I don't know, Nutrition Daily. It looks like the same exact story as when we looked at it last week, so I guess they don't do a lot of updating. Does blending destroy fiber, nutrients? We didn't really look at that story, but that's actually one we could look at. It's not bad. Okay, rumblers, let's go. What do we got? Only a few. I'd like to get at least 10 rumblers on this wheel. If we can get 10 people on Facebook, I'll put the Facebook side on the wheel too. So Leslie, Diane, Rose, and Margaret. And Kim. Margaret and Kim. I was relating to farming and the cost. Yeah, I totally get it. For sure. Congrats, Trent. Yes, hell yeah. Yeah, Trent. Major sponsor, 1 gallon veg and bloom of each goes out today. Oh yeah. He's a tester for Frog Hopper, and he's getting some good stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't think I want to run a door prize until we get more people. All right, let's go check out marijuanamoment.net. Maybe we'll do a dab. Maybe we'll just chill for a little bit. I don't need to rush. It's a live show. This is a live show. I don't do that editing thing where you ever watch your pre-recorded shows that you might like to watch, and you can tell where they've edited a bunch of stuff in and out. And I don't do that. Maybe the production value is a little higher if I cut out all the little dead spots. But we like to do it real. We like to do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Oh, sorry, that's channeling my inner Bill O'Reilly. Anyway, we're live. We do it live. Now, if you watch the replay, I know I have people that watch the replay. I hope you'll leave a comment. Say, I'm watching the replay. Give me something, you know? Got 3 new testers, James. Very nice. Now, James, I don't mean to be a bother, but I think we might be down to the last pack of beans. Yeah. Last pack. But I know you're still getting things in order and moving in a new house and stuff like that, so it can be stressful. I totally get it. I saw the laugh emojis go up, but I don't know how. I don't know when the delay kicks in, and it's like I have no idea what you're laughing at. Anyway, we're gonna do one little dab as we check out marijuanamoment.net. I feel like that's fitting. Using cannabis. Oh yeah, this was the story. I thought this was kind of cool. So using cannabis seeds during the beer brewing process enhances the net nutritional value. The nutritional value study shows. Okay. Let's change up the song. Let's change it up. Change it up. But, okay. Adding hemp seeds to beer during the brewing process may enhance the alcoholic beverage's nutritional value, scientists reported in a new government-funded study. A government-funded study. So they're probably studying cannabis on so many levels that we don't even know about because of how awesome it is. Now, I've never been one to think it's an overall like miracle drug for everything all the time, and there are people that really just think it's for anything and everything. I would say that it might be for a lot more things than it's optimal for. That makes sense. There are some other things that can be better for certain, whatever it is, ailments. There's certain things that are better than cannabis at certain things, but cannabis is the most versatile, I think, as far as being able to do so many things. Very, very versatile. Let's see what they have to say. The final product, beer or a barley wort-based beverage, enriched with hemp seeds, is characterized by a unique sensory profile and the presence of biologically active compounds, the paper says. It combines the traditional qualities of barley beer with potential health benefits associated with hemp-derived ingredients. So they're not going to say CBD, or is it something else? The research published this month in the scientific journal Molecules tested beers brewed up or with up to 30% malted and unmalted hemp seeds. Malted and unmalted hemp seeds. Guess I don't know what malted means. Comparing them to 10% malted hemp seeds and barley malt only in a control. So, are they saying that 10% is pretty typical for most beer, and then they jumped it up to 30% for the experimental group? Because they're saying the control has 10% still malted hemp. So I guess the volume makes a big difference, or are they? I don't get it. Why isn't one group with no hemp? Let's see. Potential to enhance the functionality of beer products through the addition of cannabis sativa seeds is based on their rich nutritional profile, including proteins, fermentable sugars, polyphenols, and cannabinoids, which collectively contribute to a unique taste and aroma, the authors observed. This is further supported by the botanical relationship between hemp and hops, both of which belong to the Cannabaceae family. Cannabaceae family. Anyone heard of that? The Cannabaceae family? The second spin. Yes, he is well spoken. The second spin. I'm not sure who won the spin. The one from yesterday was Diane, and today was Trent Allgood. First one was Jess Rosebud. The authors noted that among many rediscovered crops, cannabis sativa holds a special place. Rediscovered crops? Its seeds are characterized by a unique chemical compound or composition, including a complete set of exogenous amino acids. Exogenous? A high content of unsaturated fatty acids and a rich profile of polyphenols and cannabinoids. They said these compounds exhibit anti-inflammatory, immunomodulatory, and neuroprotective properties, as confirmed by both in vitro and in vivo studies. Vivo, isn't that like a TV channel thing? The additional hemp seeds, particularly in unmalted form, significantly enrich the worth in polyphenolic compounds, most notably trans-ferulic and gallic acid, known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity. Okay, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, very good. As to cannabinoid concentration in the seeds, the authors note that raw hemp seeds exhibit generally low concentration in the seed material itself, and that it is primarily the result of external contamination from resinous trichomes during harvesting and processing rather than natural biosynthesis. Within the seeds. In the new study, researchers tested various cannabinoids, including cannabivarin. Ooh, that sounds good. Cannabivarin cream. Yeah. CBDV. Oh man. Tetrahydrocan THCV. Varian is at the end. Cannabivarian. Bavarian. Interesting. Cannabinol, CBD, Delta 8, THCAA. So it's Delta 8 cannabinolic acid, THCAA. Cannabigerol, CBG, and cannabinol, CBN. Oh yeah, and cannabitromine, CBC. CBC sounds like a news station. The study, which was funded by grants from the European Regional Development Fund and the Minister of Science for the government of Poland, notes that the addition of hemp seeds increases the riboflavin, RFL, vitamin B2 content in the wort, with the effect being more pronounced in the case of malted seeds. Okay. Presence of the vitamin not only enhances the nutritional value of the beer produced, but also stimulates yeast metabolism as the fermentation stage, researchers noted. Okay. Wow, I gotta do this dab. There's a lot more. There's probably a lot more. Not a ton more, but quite a bit more. Huh. I don't think we really need to read all the rest of it, honestly, but it sounds like a lot more sciencey jargon, but very cool that they found that, because people aren't going to get rid of their beer, even though those of us in the cannabis community we know that alcohol is a lot more dangerous and harmful than cannabis. But I guess if they can artificially say, well, maybe not, I don't know if you would call it artificially, but they're enhancing the beer profile to make it more nutritional, almost medicinal beer in some ways, through cannabis. So I guess it's just one more feather in the cap of cannabis. What do you guys think? Comment below. We're going to do this little dab here for you, with you. Oh, let's have some fun. Scribbling names and popsicles getting $20 tips. Oh wow. Giveaways won't get you followers anymore. Yeah, no. So many peeps doing it these days. No way you can keep up with all the groups and giveaways. But I see this dude on YouTube live. Oh wow, popsicle sticks, $20 tips. Wow, interesting. Seriously, scribbles names on pop. I see people get super chats and money on just for being popular, just for being a big enough creator. So I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even think that people, how do I put this? Like, it's not even about the giveaways. It's about just being a certain level of known, and then people for some reason just throw money at you, even though you're making money. At that time, it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Here I am. It's not a giveaway. It's a give back. It's a prize by joining the community. So I know mine's always been a little bit more difficult. The way I do things, I kind of, make people do a little bit more by leaving Facebook and coming to a site that actually is okay with us talking about what we want to talk about and doing things we do, and listen to what we want to listen to, and not just censor us all the time. But you guys go ahead and stay on Facebook and only Facebook, and see where that gets you with all the frustrations. So that's another reason I push people to do it. So I don't know. I guess I'm too like outside of their norm. People are easily just surfing around one site. They don't want to have to do something else. Anyway, cheers. That one goes out to all you Facebookers who mostly just love to hang around and sesh. This goes to that. This goes out to you, Dabs. I used to have like 200 people live watching me on Wednesdays, but those were GrowFam viewers. Those were GrowFam people. They didn't translate over. They didn't see my vision or actually care about where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to do with this thing. They just saw, oh, we're all here. We're here. We're together. Like, it's just like a thing. They're all talking to each other in the comments. Like, it really wasn't. It wasn't real, So if I have to have, 12 people here, and they're more real and knowing what my, overarching mission is, I want those real people. That's why I do the private sesh on locals. I'm excited when we have 5 people in there watching, because it's very private. Like, we all know each other. It's much more intimate, and we can be more, like, I guess, relaxed about what we're talking about. Got some more Kill Tony to watch today. Who's down for that? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna head over there after today's show. I do need to go mow some grass. Get some grass mowed today. Well, delicious dab of some wonderful rosin. Live rosin, they call it. Not the last one, but the first one. I would like to do a cannabis fast sometime soon. It's just a natural thing that I do every day, so it's hard. It's a habit. Mental addiction. It's also a thing that it's like a tradition with friends now that we do this thing online all the time, especially, wherever that might be that you see more or less censorship on cannabis. Alright. We will pull that back out in a little bit. Alright, let me just let's see if we can try to wrap this up here. These findings demonstrate that hemp seeds, particularly in malted form, can enrich barley wort with bioactive polyphenols, vitamins, and non-psychoactive cannabinoids under standard mashing conditions without compromising key brewing performance metrics. The team wrote further work on fermentation, sensory evaluation, stability, and bioavailability is warranted to realize hemp enriched functional beers. Hemp-enriched functional beers. Researchers, faculty members at the University of Agriculture in Krakow, the Slavic University of Agriculture in Nitra, and the University of Lomza, and the University of Warmia in Missouri, in Alzit, included the addition of hemp seeds, particularly in unmalted form, significantly enriched the wort in polyphenolic compounds, most notably trans-ferulic and gallic acids, known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activities. Okay, so I think I'm done with this story. It's too many. It's just going over the same thing. The presence of malted hemp seeds improves the release of B group vitamins, including thiamine and especially riboflavin, with 30% malted hemp seeds variant showing the highest concentrations. So far, the malted seeds seem to be the best. Here we go. Highlighting hurdles in incorporating these novel brewing methods, they noted that despite the growing recognition of hemp as a raw material for the food and pharmaceutical industries, with a compound annual growth rate of 17.1% for the hemp market from 2023 to 2030, its application in fermentation biotechnology remains underexplored. So they're hesitant to adopt it. Makes sense. Okay, that was the one story. Let's see what's this. Federal agent warns D.C. Residents Trump is tired of public marijuana consumption amid surge in combat crime in the nation's capital. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably one of the least of his concerns in D.C., but maybe he mentioned that too. You know, I think they're more worried about all the death that happens in Washington D.C. And actually, there is some early reports showing that what they have been doing has lowered the crime rate in D.C. quite a bit. We need to debunk marijuana rescheduling myths as Trump weighs action op-ed. Cannabis seed oil has superior effectiveness in healing wounds compared to conventional antibiotics, study shows. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Cannabis seed oil can help accelerate healing of skin wounds, a promising development that authors say indicates that hemp seed oil may serve as a promising natural and cost-effective adjunct for wound management, according to a new study of mice. Interesting. I honestly don't need to read a whole bunch more of this because I believe it, but hemp seed oil demonstrated significant potential in accelerating wound healing process, particularly in promoting wound size reduction. Let's see if I can read this. Epithelialization granulation, tissue formation, and vascularization, indicating a superior effect compared to chlora chloramphenoloic ointment. Why can't I read this? Chloramphenicol ointment. Interesting. By day 14, hemp seed oil treatment demonstrated denser, fibered, deep deposition, and more pronounced granulation tissue formation compared to chloramphenicol and control groups, although the fibers remain somewhat disorganized. Huh. Report continues. By day 21, granulation tissue in the hemp seed oil treatment exhibited the most advanced and well-organized structure, indicating accelerated and more efficient healing compared to the chloramphenicol, the drug that we can barely pronounce, and control groups. Interesting. It goes on to say, but while combined formulations leverage the diverse bioactive compounds of multiple oils, the specific contributions of individual components remains unclear. It continues, hemp seed oil is a single agent treatment, simplifies formulation and avoids potential interactions among bioactive compounds, yet still exhibits robust therapeutic potential. I see. Well, that's pretty cool. That's good news. I think that's good news. It's not like a CBD oil, it's a hemp seed oil. So, kind of the same way that we get seed oils out of other seeds, I would assume they, squeeze the seeds, or crush the seeds. I know that hemp seeds can be very healthy. They can be put into all kinds of food. I don't imagine like that you just put the seed in without breaking it up somehow, grinding it up. But it is pretty nutritional. People can put it in salads too, but I guess I don't know. Maybe you'd have to cook them because I can't imagine chewing on seeds. They're kind of hard seeds. Must be something that's done to them to make them a little more edible. Probably cook them. Probably cooking them. You guys comment below. Maybe you guys know. It's just gotten worse. That place was a shithole years ago. Yeah, for sure. Gotta get your mower running too. Yeah, man. Mine actually had some trouble running. Hey, Alan, if you're still here, man, what's up? Appreciate you popping through. Josh. You still here, Josh? Oh, my discs are already in the car. Yo, did you see what I added to the event? Okay. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm seeing the comments now. Sorry. I do. I get on a roll talking about things on my show and doing segments and stuff, and not always watching the comments closely. But thank you for popping through, Josh. I don't know if I can hit the like button on it. Okay, there we go. So he said he's going to have a frisbee golf disc hole. Just one? A hole-in-one challenge. So now you can bring your discs. Okay. Huh. I mean, I have a disc catcher as well. I like to bring it. I'm going to be bringing that to the camp out, I think. You can play things like there's a camp out at the end of the month. I think the 28th or 29th. And I think I'm gonna go and bring the disc catcher, and then you can play like horse or weed or something. But I don't think I'm gonna bring it to the MMP Open. Yeah, it looks like Josh isn't here anymore, but yeah, I should be going to that this weekend, I think. Ray Taylor, what's up, my guy? Look at them cows, trees. Do some with mushroom spores. What? Feed them to neighbors, horses, and plants in the field. Okay. Oh, the hemp seeds. Yeah. Roasted. Yeah. Okay. They're crunchy. You can eat them. You roast them. The Tony Show is coming on Netflix starting Monday. No, it's just one more episode, Diane. So there won't be a Kill Tony on Monday, next Monday, or maybe, next Monday. There won't be a Kill Tony show on, but it will be on Netflix. So maybe I can sign into Netflix and watch it still. Just catching up on a couple comments before we get to the door prize. If you didn't read the runner at the bottom, it says come over to Rumble for a door prize. Unless we get up to 10 people on Facebook, which I did. A lot of people helped tagging and sharing. I do appreciate it. But I don't really have a lot of viewers on Facebook anymore. Come over to Rumble if you like my show. Okay. Yeah, I did. I wanted 10 Rumblers, didn't I? But we don't have 10 people to put on the wheel. Maybe I should quit doing the door prize. Door prize is kind of like Leslie said. It's not bringing anyone in. So maybe it's too much. I should just be giving back more to my subscribers. I think that could be the answer. I mean, mostly I am by doing the door prize, but yeah, it's just a sad wheel. I don't think I want to spin that wheel. 5 people. A couple of those people aren't even here right now. Yeah. That's alright. I appreciate you guys coming, but, it's just been crazy. Could be because of school getting back in. Everyone's busy or something. I don't know. But last month we had a pretty good month. This it's been crazy the last few days. I don't know what's going on. I definitely need more. I need another 100 hours watched in the next 10 days, and this isn't going to do it. I might have to. Well, no, I won't shut off Facebook. I just want to keep telling you guys on Facebook to come to Rumble, even though a lot of you won't do it. Or haven't done it yet, at least. I know James is going to work on it, but no one else is really, I don't know, I guess there's people joining Rumble for the Twisted fam, so I know there's people that have it. Now I just kind of want to sit here and hang out, get these hours up. It's kind of more important to me now to stay in the Rumble Creator Program than it is to have a nice buttoned up end of my show. People are laughing. Okay, I mean, I guess so. Let's see. Here, I got this. I got an idea. Watch this. So those are our numbers. We need up to 200. What I want to do is, let's see, Timcast. There's 20,000 people watching this show right now. Let's see, right this second. There's almost 200,000 people watching this show right now. Let's see. This show has 45,000 people watching it. I guess I can't see the other numbers unless I... 12.8 thousand people, 63,000 people watching, 539 people watching. Or it says views. Maybe that's not people that are watching live. There's 3,000 people there right now watching. $20,000 people watching live right now. These two just chit-chatting. Just chit-chatting. So there's people out there. There's people out there. I'm just saying, there's people out there. We just need to, find our people. Not everybody wants that, show that's so over-polished that the person doesn't even pay attention to the audience. I do at times have to take breaks from reading comments so that I can do the show, but otherwise, there's the back and forth. I didn't really see anything on X this week. I'm sure there's stuff there, but I just didn't happen to see anything good that was health related for us to talk about. The numbers are exaggerated, do you think? Well, possibly, but still, give or take. I'd be fine with give or take. Give or taking I wouldn't say take. Maybe take just give, just the give on the little bit of audience reach. It's not. And I hate to put so much pressure on a small group of people because I do have a good core audience of people that enjoy coming through to say hi. But the reach is actually the problem, and that is not the fault of me or you or anyone that is supporting me. It's just these algorithms and these websites that just always have some kind of glitch or some kind of crap that's just keeping the little guy down. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my high horse now that I'm high. Went outside to feed the wild birds and crows, came back in to feed the dogs, made breakfast and coffee all while listening. See, that's what I'm saying. People can do that. I don't know why people, I'm not asking you to comment the whole time. I'm not really asking you to be here either. I want people to be here who wants to be here. I'm just asking, I'm hoping to get more people or more reach. Let's see, avoid the three. Oh, okay, I'm looking at this little link that gets put in the chat there for the sponsored read. Okay, cool, interesting. But anyway, I'm really not. I'm in a good mood. I'm just rambling because I need more time on Rumble. I'm gonna have to actually do a couple more streams on Rumble. Maybe some extra streams for maybe do a session, get some mail put together again. Just some extra live streams coming up, probably in the evenings, different times, randomly, because I gotta make up those numbers. I definitely want to stay in the program. I get about $200 if I can meet all of those requirements every month. That's pretty good, but I spend all of that on everything I'm doing. So it's not a positive yet. It's not a profit, but man, does it help to do all this stuff. It's so huge. It's such a huge thing for small creators. I don't need luck. I'm lucky in that I don't need it to pay my bills. What I need it for is to help grow the business and build this community and help others and help you guys. And we build together, we grow together, so that we can not just be how do I put this, not just be people who follow each other so that they can get handouts, but people who help each other build each other up so that we can actually be a benefit to each other. Not everybody is going to start a business or whatever, but we can all build up things like our self-esteem, our community, our families, our feeling of we're in this thing together, this this fiber of culture that we're building, a culture of I would say not just cannabis, but a culture of being more self-sustainable. And cannabis is one of the angles or one of those trajectories, because you you're taking your health into your own hands by looking more, and I'm talking about beyond the just I want to get high. um, there are a lot of people still in that zone, like they don't know anything more about cannabis, they don't know its healing benefits for anything else, they don't know any other cannabinoids, they just know that, and that's okay. Do it responsibly, do it in moderation, however you gotta feel safe with it. But almost, I would say, a huge percentage of cannabis users have now been opened up to the fact, or their minds have been opened up to the medicinal side of it, and not just for certain things, but for so many things. And then further, that opens you up to the thought of growing it yourself, and then maybe growing it yourself, and then that also opens us up to maybe growing other foods, and maybe trying to grow a little bit of something else. But then on top of that, you add in the textile abilities of it. So that's what I mean by that is still part of that same culture of being self-sustainable cannabis. I don't think it has to be a cannabis community and like a gardening farming community. I think together, like a wellness or a self-sustainability community encompasses both of those things. Being able to do things yourself, and being able to recognize the benefits of one of the most beneficial plants we have. I mean, let's take the word cannabis out of it and say, okay, as somebody who's going to be a survivalist, self-sustainable, a prepared person, um, you're going to include what? One of the most versatile crops or versatile plants that we have. Which one? What is that? Cannabis. Okay. And so then that's where it comes in. They totally are in the same category. Need more popsicle sticks, right? Yeah, yep. I'll do the YouTube thing. We'll just sign popsicle sticks for money somehow. Somehow you'll give me money for that? I don't know. What I did find, though, is people like to gamble, and so if you can come up with a way, like game night is kind of, you get a chance to win, and so there's that. But you guys can't throw money at me the whole time during the show to like get extra chances to win. And other shows seem to have more luck with that. It's like my show, I can't seem to get $2 for the whole month from some people. But then you go to this other show, and you got some of those same people just going cha-ching, cha-ching, 5, 5, 5. Oh, give me more spots, give me more spots, give me more cards, give me more of this and that. Whoa, holy shit! Like they're just totally like sucked in to the casino aspect of it, I guess. Can a family strong? Well, yeah, I mean, I think family strong. Everybody's got to eat. Not everybody has to have cannabis, but I think everybody can benefit from it in some way. So maybe, James, I gotta say, maybe that's where Canna Fam, or the cannabis community on Facebook, where some of them may not want to come by and like actually enlighten themselves on maybe some things that are a little more important, including cannabis, but like the aspects of it that are important to people. They may avoid it, because I'm not just up here only, like cannabis isn't my entire being. It's not my entire personality. And I don't know, maybe that turns some of them off. Some people who are just kind of they just want to sit around and smoke all day, and I can smoke and go get something done, and not everyone can do that. I get that. And not everyone has the ability to go get stuff done because they may have chronic pain or disabilities. I understand that as well. But there's a certain group of people, and I don't mean specific people. I just mean like certain kind of people that don't want to sit around and learn while they get high. They want to sort of shuck responsibility. And then I think that is the kind of people that give it a bad name, or give it a bad look or bad rap. And that's kind of the sad truth of some of it. I hear for you. Thank you, Kim. Hey, Kim. Kim, that puts 6 people on the wheel. Hey, if we get 4 more people, I can. Oh no, I already got you on. What am I saying? Yes, thank you for coming to Rumble. You're not dizzy today, Leslie? Thanks, man, for keeping me updated. Leslie, they're not sure if you had a stroke yet, you said? 40? Yeah, I've seen that BS, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to bridge the gap. I'm trying to bridge between something that every single person needs, sustenance, and the culture that's being built in the cannabis world. I'm trying to bridge those things together, and we can't all be just like all like leaning heavily on one side. I'm trying to be I hate to say middleman, but kind of like the bridge between being a little bit more self-sustainable and recognizing that cannabis can be helpful to people and is not always a harm. Vertigo? Yeah, that can't be fun. Hey, Scott. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. I tell you what, if we get a hashtag WTIF from 4 people on Facebook, not people who are already on the wheel, then I will add you to the wheel of the door prize, and we'll get 10 people up on the wheel. Scott, James, that's 2. If you guys both hashtag WTIF, let me see if there's any. I don't see anyone else commenting who's watching on Facebook, but there's 5 people in there. 5 people watching. Some of you are probably watching on both. But yeah, do it. Let's see a hashtag WTIF. Margaret, you don't count. I'm trying to get people that aren't just jumping to both sides today. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it. James is here. I know, James, you'll get it. Scott, are you still here? Thank you, Diane, but you're already on the wheel. We're trying to get. This is our goal. The sad wheel we have. We're going to try to get 5 more people. We want to get up to 10. We want to get 5 people that are not already on the wheel. And if you are somebody that I know has a Rumble account, I definitely want you to do it on Rumble. Like I see Jess Rosebud popping in right now. Come on over to Rumble, Jess, and hit the comments if you would. I know, Diane. I'm trying to. Today, I'm not going to give a bunch of different spots. I'm just trying to get us 10 different people on the wheel. I'd be super happy if we could just do that. If it hits me, pay it forward. That's great. That's no problem, Scott. It can be fun to win and pay it forward too. Jess, if you could do that on the Rumble, please. Anyone that can comment on Rumble, thank you. I see you now. Got it. As I'm sitting here repeating it, you're on your way there doing it. So, James, are you still in the house? Hit that hashtag WTIF. So we got Jess, we got Scott. We got James. Hashtag WTIF. Hey, Rasta used to be in my locals community. Should get him to join back up. All right, so we're getting close. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 2 more. It's pretty. I feel it's kind of sad that we have to do this. But we're gonna try and get to 10 total names of different people on the wheel. I did tag a few people, or a bunch of people earlier. If we get 20 people on the wheel, I'll give $50 away. No, I'm kidding. It's not enough. It's not enough of a payout for me. It'd be way too much for you. How about $10 for 20 people? It seems reasonable. It's still kind of pricey on my part. People don't do this for cash, though. I don't really want people to be here for cash, necessarily. So that's why I like to do the game night passes and things like that. Yep, Chris and Kayla and a whole bunch of other people I don't really see coming in. Here, I'll even help tag a couple. I don't know who. Let's see. I'm gonna tag Ted. I said he was watching like for an hour and he didn't say anything. I don't think that was. I think it was a glitch. It was a glitch. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? I didn't ask this yet, but I've been playing music the whole time. Yeah, guys, looked at it earlier. I mentioned this earlier, but I actually had the hashtag WTIF on Facebook has been used over 8.4 million times. I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, 8 million of those probably were me, but still, pretty cool. Hey, nobody, come on over to Rumble to get on the wheel. Come on over to Rumble. Let's see ya, Rumble. Let's do it. Everyone always to Rumble. It should be a abbreviation. Everyone always to Rumble. Let's read another new ad read I haven't read before. Katie's Sports Cooler. Katie's Sports Cooler, that sounds interesting. Let's check this out. It doesn't want to let me play it. Oh, they went down the scent. What? Whatever. Alright, let's check it out. Katie's Sports Cooler. Go to katiesports.com, explore our cooler lineup, and get 10% off. Coolers, okay. Alright, outdoor crew. If you're into fishing, camping, or getting off the grid, meet your new best friend, the Hunter Orange 25-quart cooler from Katie Sports. This isn't your average cooler, it's roto-molded for max durability, bear-proof, and 20% lighter than other brands. So it's easy to haul whether you're deep in the backcountry or just setting up at a dock. You'll get up to 3 days of ice retention thanks to thick, high-performance insulation. That means cool drinks, fresh food, and fewer ice runs. Whether you're chasing muttons offshore or posted up at a campsite, best part, it's 40 to 50% cheaper than the big name coolers, but still built to perform season after season. And like all Katie Sports names brand gear, it's proudly made in the USA. Let's go. Use code RUMBLE at checkout for 10% off of your order. That's katiesports.com. Go grab the Hunter Orange 25-quart cooler and keep your next adventure ice cold. Okay, that was cool. Oh, where was I? Yeah, so nobody. Okay, cool. If you have Rumble, come on into Rumble and we'll put you on this wheel. If you don't have Rumble, comment on the Facebook side and I'll put you on the wheel. Hashtag WTIF. Only if you don't have Rumble, and if you don't have Rumble, I am very sad for you. Very sad for you. It's free. Rumble's free. Rumble's not my subscription platform, but you can subscribe to me on Rumble too if you want to support. Hey, shouts out. What is the wheel for? Fortnite clips. The wheel is a door prize for anybody that comes into my Rumble channel, and I do also incentivize the Facebookers sometimes. YouTube doesn't really like my content, so I applaud you, I guess, for coming in to find me on YouTube. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see if we need any more. We need one more person, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more person. One more person. It's free. Yeah, there might be some glitches here and there, like every site out there. So there's that. But not always. Once you get it set up right, it's working well. It's usually the only time you see glitches is when you know they're working on something or fixing or adding or whatever. Hey, thanks, MJ. I gotta have one more person. If I can't get 10 different people, including Facebook and Rumble, to comment, then I may as well hang it up. I may as well hang it up. No, I learned too much doing this. I do these things for me, first and foremost, and then for all people in general, and then for the specific engagement that I get on the. So when I do the show, it's like, what can I learn? What can I? How can I better myself on today's show, whatever the show is? Yesterday was kind of a mixed bag. We did a movie review and a franchise review, plus a bunch of food and food trucks that we went to check out. So it was kind of a mixed bag, but I get to, look back at what we did that week, and it's helpful to me in other ways. So I don't know what I'm rambling about. I'm just trying to get one more one more person. Shane Briggs. Hey, there you go. I don't know. Some of my rambles are pretty good. I mean, I should be editing that shit out and taking cuts, getting those not rambles, but what do you call it? There's a word. There's a word for it. Monologues. Yes, much better than rambles for sure. Thanks for all the tags, everybody. It would have been much better about 2 hours ago, but I do appreciate it. Hey, Greg Meyer, what's up, man? Greg, I tell you what, man, I know you're coming in after the show's over, but if you want to hit the hashtag WTIF, I'll throw you on this wheel. Just remember, I go live 2 hours before this, and I had a whole show, a bunch of cool articles. We read about a lot about canning and pickling and the safe practices. So this was a good episode. It wasn't just a, hey, we spun the wheel for 2 hours episode. It was actually some good stuff. Informative, not just the canning, but we read about 4 or 5 other articles that were pretty informative, good stuff. Go check it out. Greg, are you still here? Greg. I'm old Greg. Come on in. He said hi. Don't tell me you left already, Greg. I get it, Jess. I understand that a bunch of my subscribers who are busy at those times. Oh no, Greg, you gotta do hashtag, bro. Come on, man. It's the hashtag, man. Shave your beard with a bayonet for 5,000 views. Yeah, look, it doesn't work that way. The views won't come until after I do it, unfortunately. Hey, you got it. We got one past our goal. Look at that. I got 11 unique people to stop through. Very interesting. Thank you, Kim. I'm not sure what all stories you heard today, but there were some pretty good ones. Although it bothers me sometimes when I get distracted and then I start reading funny. Like And then sometimes there's words that I just haven't seen that often. It's like I know that word once I actually read it. Like, oh, I know it. I know it audibly, but some words is like never seen that word, but I've said it many times. All right, let's do this, and let's head over to Locals for the sesh. Locals is where the sesh is. You guys need to come on over to Locals for as well. Rumble for all of the video platform stuff. It's like replace YouTube with Rumble. And then I mean I have to use YouTube for some things. They're just Rumble isn't going to be like not everything's on Rumble, but not everything's on YouTube. So and actually Rumble has some of the top. I think the top 10 live podcasts or live shows is on Rumble, but on YouTube you have a lot of stuff still that's not there yet. So I do use them both, but I gotta say Rumble is free, Locals is free. They're both sites that I believe in because of their freedom of speech, their anti-censorship, and the amount of money they give back to the creator percentage-wise versus some of these other sites, like such as YouTube or Facebook or YouTube. Facebook takes like 40% of the stars that you send people. You think you're buying $10 in stars, but you're only able to give away $6 to people. So $4 went straight to Facebook. Oh, hey Barbie, I'm sorry. If whoever it spins on is not here, I will add you to the wheel. But you do have to be here to win. Wait. Wait for what? I got another viewer coming on. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, look, man. Look. It's 2 hours and 6 minutes in. I only waited and filibustered so that we could get up to that 10 mark so that we could finally spin the wheel. Now all these people are going to flood in because everybody started tagging like crazy at the end of the show. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? I appreciate everyone coming in, but check out my schedule and to the show sometime. Tomorrow night, we do a show in the evening at 8 o'clock Central Time, so if you can't do the morning time, come on to the evening show. I might start doing more, changing up all the times again, because I thought putting them all at the same time would help people know when I'm going to be live, but I don't think that really matters anymore. Margaret is still here, yes. Pass it forward to Barbie. Okay. Stop the wheel. I guess I could have stopped the wheel, but again, I was just trying to get a couple more people on the wheel. Like, for the love of God, can I get 10 people on the wheel? Today we got 11. So we're going to actually pass it to Barbie. Barbie, if you're still here, this means that you actually get a spot on game night. Game night will not be played this weekend because I will be going to the Marijuana Maintenance Program golf outing on Sunday, but game night will be played the next week. And I'm going to put you on right now so I don't forget. Are you still here, Barbie? Okay, it's all good. I just seen you was live. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Margaret has plenty to spare. And this way you get to check it out. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see the value in it and decide to sign up permanently. And if you're somebody out there struggling right now, consider signing up $2 a month and, winning some big prizes and making a profit. You just have to find someone to trade some beans with, or some of your other prizes. Like, there's plenty of prizes that are worth a good amount, and they're very, very tradable items, we'll say. So it is worth considering for anybody out there who needs some extra cash. wouldn't be like instantaneous, but it could definitely be pretty worth it. All right, Barbie, I wrote you down. I'll write you down here too, so I know who won. Let's do this from MJ Margaret, who's not only a member but also a sponsor. So if anyone's out there interested in sponsoring game night, let me know. I'll get you on the wheel. We actually have on our next game, we have Miss Sheena with her. You know what? I'm gonna find her logo. I don't think I downloaded it yet, but switch back to this for a second. Let me go look at her logo. Her tie-dye logo for Miss Sheena. We're going to be doing a once a month giveaway from Sheena, and I think we are. I want to make sure I verify that, but I think she's going to be giving you an option. Let me shut off this banner. But anyway, I think she's going to be giving you an option on whether or not you want an indoor farm, the indoor farmer logo on your shirt that you can win, that you'll be able to win from Sheena once a month. If I can find our conversation, here it is. Yes, Dripping Rainbows. I'm going to download it now. Dripping Rainbows tie-dye. So this, once a month, you'll be able to win, and you will be able to choose how you sign up and when is it. Sorry, new to this. That's okay, Barbie. If you're friends with MJ or friends with somebody, they can also explain it. Looks like Margaret's telling you there. It's every Sunday. Now, I have been throwing around the possibility of changing days and times on certain things. Nothing permanent at the moment, but I have been thinking about it. So anytime I change up when it is, obviously, I'll make sure everyone knows. Just if you would follow the page, and but if you want to sign up on Locals, it is free, and you do get information on there. But that is where you go to sign up to actually be a member inside of Game Night. You actually already won a spot on Game Night, which is what you just won, so you'll get a chance to play it for free to see how it goes. Maybe win a prize, possibly pay for your subscription, just like that. I'm trying to concentrate what I'm telling you. If you would like to send me a DM, send Waylon, send it to my profile here. I'm just gonna type hi in the chat. That's my profile. I'd prefer anybody to send me DMs there and not my page if possible. But if you have any questions on how to sign up, we give away 20 to 22 prizes every Sunday, and then also, somewhere around 8 prizes a week for different reasons. The door prize, which anyone is involved in, and the number wheel, which let me show you guys real quick. If you subscribe and maybe you can't catch the shows, you can't be there at the show on time, or you can't watch the live show or whatever, doing this number post once a week, every Sunday, I put up the number post, I put the date, and I tell you what to do, like and share or like and comment, and then I tell you exactly what happens. You get 4 chances to win every week, and if you win, you can use that as a spot on Game Night where you won't have to be there or anything. That's how you do this without having to go and be at the live show, if that makes any sense. Now I know I'm getting confusing, so we're gonna stop it now. But if you have any questions, hit me up, or any of your friends that might be a member already. Yeah, hey guys, let's go over to Locals. I'm glad we're all hanging out, because I definitely need the time on Rumble, but I also don't want to just sit here and do nothing. So if you guys could watch some of my Rumble live streams or Rumble shows on your random times, whenever, if you have a device that you can just pull it up and just mute it if you have to or whatever. It'd be great to help try and get us to, like, we're at 99.4 and I need 200. So it'd be awesome if anyone could help me with that. Let's go over to Rumble. I mean, locals. Let's go over to locals. Shut these tunes off and go listen to some real tunes in the private sesh. What do you guys think? And then maybe some Kill Tony right after, immediately after. Shane, you should come over, and anybody that wants to come up on screen over on locals, you can come up and have a sesh and do the whole thing. Come on over. Hey, Deborah. And Barbie, yes, thank you for asking. It is well worth it. I guess the only downside is that maybe my personality doesn't always vibe with every person out there, but the system that I've come up with, the game nights, the prizes, that is worth it regardless. But I do also try to be informative, educational, and entertaining. Maybe they don't always land. Dad jokes, they don't always hit. I got a dry sense of humor, everybody. It's like Airplane meets Naked Gun. Completely, maybe a little Monty Python in there. Dry humor all day long. That's me. Anyway, we're going to head over to locals. theindoorfarmer.locals.com. It's free. It will be a free sesh. You do not have to come and subscribe in order to come and hang out with us on locals, where we can hang out and listen to what we want to listen to, watch what we want to watch, and do whatever. It's fun. So it's free. Come check it out. theindoorfarmer.locals.com. theindoorfarmer.locals.com for free. We'll see you there. Peace. Remember, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's